forward to it, man. What's good, Grateful family? Welcome into the Grateful Gab Sports Huddle. Got my cousin Papa Dennis in the building, aka
Mm-hmm.
Mad Matt. Make sure y'all go check him out, man. Offbeat Perspective on Hub Pages is a new blog. He is also the host and creator of Just Unconventional Podcast. Make sure y'all go tune in and turn up my cousin. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're new to the channel here, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast from. This is the Grateful Gab Sports Huddle. Daily Verse is coming shortly, and then we'll be getting to the Sports Huddle rundown. Daily Verse for the day of November 6, 2025, derived from the book of First Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 18, and it states as follows. Give thanks for everything. This is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. Amen. And you
Amen.
get that from the book of First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 18. And that's such a broad thing to give thanks for everything, but man, it's just sending a prayer and telling Jehovah thank you for everything is just, it brings it all together because he knows our heart, right? If we try to name everything we thankful for and grateful for, we will forget some things. But just knowing that, when he search our heart and he know the things we appreciate from him and that we appreciate in our life, he receives that prayer. So yeah, like it tells us in First Thessalonians 5:18, give thanks for everything, right? Each and every day. And it's amazing to be able to do that. So thank you, Jehovah, for life today. Thank you for my cousin life. Thank you for allowing us to be able to get here and have this moment together to be able to discuss sports. Of course, I always acknowledge who you are as our grand creator, and we love you, Jehovah, and we thank you. And we send our prayers in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Boy, you
So
about to
yeah,
give a
man.
whole sermon here, boy.
Man,
I see you, but you gave a whole sermon for a second.
yeah, hey, well, if y'all want to have that type of energy, you could tune in on basically any day on the Grateful Gab podcast. But Thursdays and Saturdays are dedicated sports days. But again, each and every day here on the Grateful Gab podcast, you're gonna get some type of spiritual food from our Heavenly Father. I'm just a tool to be able to spread that around the plate to put the food on and y'all can eat from it. So, but yeah, man, that's what we do here on the Grateful Gab podcast. So if y'all are interested in that, please pull up. But today it's about the sports, baby. So let's get into it. Sports Huddle rundown is as follows: ringside coverage, NFL Week 9 recap. Okay, we get into the nitty gritty now. The good
I
stuff.
know. I know.
All right, Thursday night football. We're looking to Thursday night football tonight. NFL trade. The NFL trades have been crazy. We probably be on that about 20 minutes. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but
Yeah,
we're gonna be a
we
good
might
time.
be on that for a good little minute,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
Yeah.
NCAA Top 25 Week 10 recap that happened last week. First college football playoff reveal 2025 is here, baby. So we're gonna have discussions about that. Major League Baseball World Series was crazy.
Yes,
We're
sir.
gonna, we're gonna have the wrap up for that as we announce the champion. Most of y'all probably know anyway, but we're still gonna cover the topic. NBA season, NCAA men's and women's basketball top 25 is here. Kicked off on Tuesday, and then we'll be wrapping up the sports huddle with the National Hockey League. So as we get into the ringside coverage, my cousin Mad Matt is going to take over to kick us off here on the Grateful Sports Huddle.
All right, guys. So right now in professional wrestling, when it comes to AEW, they're coasting towards Full Gear, but they have their version of War Games, Blood and Guts, as they call it, coming up, I believe, in the next week or so. I'm not fully caught up on that. I'm normally just trying to. No, I can't even say normally just trying to. It's just other stuff I'm watching. But in relation to other wrestling news, Saturday night's main event for anybody that did catch it or didn't catch it, just to catch you up if you don't know about it, because I know it's tribalism in professional wrestling, and that is perfectly okay. Saturday night's main event, we had Dominic Mysterio retain his title against Rusev and Penta in a triple threat match. We also had, boy, I'm over here trying to do this off the top of my head because I know 3 matches off the top, but I know I'm missing one. They
I
gonna
saw,
probably get me.
was it not Cody Rhodes? Who had the main event?
Okay, there we go. See,
Was it Cody Rhodes?
it
Who
was Cody Rhodes. So no, it wasn't Cody Rhodes. It was CM Punk. We're gonna get to that too.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
but yeah,
I know I
Cody
seen.
Rhodes kicked off against Drew McIntyre. Now I'm starting to remember. Hey, I
Okay.
really thought Drew McIntyre was going to get this. I really felt like he deserved it. I'm not going to go crazy like everybody online. Like, 'cause maybe he's looking at it as, hey, I'm on TV. I'm getting TV time. I'm getting the main event spotlight. His time will come again. But I just find it very funny that 2 people that had two of the shortest title reigns in WWE history had title shots. One of them walked away with the belt, and the other one didn't, and the other one was Drew McIntyre. I feel like Cody could have lost the belt. We could have did this again. Cody had to cheat to win. You know, he's doing this whole teasing being healed thing again, but I don't know if it's going to go anywhere. I'm not going to get into all these numbers about, you know, SmackDown viewership being down and all that other stuff. This happens around this time of year. Like, they don't have it always peaking. And I know everybody was used to the Roman Reigns days where they was peaking basically every single week. But, you know, let them do what they're doing, whatever it is. But yes, Cody Rhodes retained his WWE title against Drew McIntyre. Jade Cargill is our new WWE Women's Champion. She squashed Tiffany Stratton, and I feel like that was perfect because in this new heel turn that she's in, she needs to be presented as a monster, and squashing the former champion who had one of the longest reigns, that was a very, very good start. Dominic Mysterio retained his Intercontinental Championship against Rusev and Penta, and then we had CM Punk defeat Jey Uso, which I don't understand what Jey Uso was wearing. He was wearing something that I can go and buy from Rose's, and then came out on Monday night in his regular gear. And I'm just like, come on, dog. But CM Punk is your new World Heavyweight Champion. He doesn't have to deal with Seth Rollins coming back and, you know, faking an injury, taking the belt from him. He's actually going to have a title reign, and maybe that can be something interesting for WWE. Also, AEW launched a new title, which I don't understand why we did this. They have the AEW National title, which can be defended basically in AEW, CMLL, New Japan, and wherever other indie shows they want to have it defended at. But I'm just sitting here like, dude, you have the national belt, and then you got Kazuchika Okada, one of the greatest Japanese wrestlers of all time, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, no matter the nation or nationality or wherever. We have him holding a belt, and it's called the AEW Unified Championship. I feel like that is piss poor. Just call it the Intercontinental Championship. Nobody cares. WWE has that title. I think TNA has an Intercontinental Championship. I feel like there's other companies that have that. Just call it the Intercontinental Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's stop playing these games right here. And also, it's Yota Tsuji is challenging Konosuke Takeshita at Wrestle Kingdom, and that's going to be a great match. And he's putting his global heavyweight championship on the line, so it's title versus title, IWGP heavyweight championship, global heavyweight championship, Konosuke Takeshita versus Yota Tsuji in the main event. I am excited for that right there. Personally, that's all that's going on in wrestling right now. On my free time, I'm currently going through all of Hiroshi Tanahashi's Wrestle Kingdom matches because John Cena wasn't the only one that's retiring. And if you want to see a retirement run that is really entertaining, Hiroshi Tanahashi's retirement run has been very entertaining. And if I didn't have a lot of this stuff going on in my life, I probably would have checked out most of it. But I read about it, and it's been very exciting. So I'm just going back and looking at the history of Hiroshi Tanahashi as Mr. Wrestle Kingdom.
You talking about stuff going on in our life, cuz, but we be so busy, man. But wow. But yes, man, appreciate you, of course, coming here and bringing great coverage to wrestling. I was getting the information for the trades and stuff we'll be covering here soon, but I was tuned in, and I'm just looking forward to seeing you back, in your
Boy,
own element and just really,
me too, bro. Me too.
dissecting this wrestling, right? Because we was talking offline about how I piqued your interest in, getting back into, that Bulldog fandom, loving the dogs.
Yeah.
Well, you got you piqued my interest back into the wrestling world, right? And I see how it's still so loved, amongst our generation, right? Even as adults, right? So,
Bro, facts.
that kind of that just that has drawn me back into it, right? Not and like the other day I watched wrestling, when they had the WrestlePalooza on ESPN weeks ago, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I tuned in, I'm like, wow, I haven't seen wrestling in a while, and it's still that same feel, that same, that camera effect, the
You know what? Keep
you
that
know,
feeling right there and just stay away from Facebook groups. I'm being straight up with you. Like, stay away from social media groups. Keep that same feeling that you got right there in professional wrestling, because that's the feeling that you should have. You sit here, I've heard you come on here and say you done checked out AEW before. You just
right.
you just tuned into some wrestling.
I
Keep
remember,
that same feeling.
I remember TNA. See, I remember checking
Oh,
out
TNA,
TNA
bro. Oh
when I
my
was
God.
young, right? Because TNA used to come on like one of the back channel cable channels.
It
Like,
was on it was like on one of like I think it was like Fox Sports 1 or something at
no,
one point. Then
I
it
used
came
to
on Spike TV.
Spike TV, Spike
Yeah.
TV, Spike. Yeah, that's what it was. And I'm like, yo, what is TNA? I remember the guys having little, like little swords, but they like bamboo type swords, and they were
Oh, you talking
like
about the bamboo
they
dang, what they
they
call
like
those sticks?
trainer style swords, but you can still do damage with them. But they like TNA was
Oh,
just off
kendo
the wall.
sticks.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, so I'm like, what's this wrestling? And you could definitely tell it was like lower grade than um the SmackDown, the Raw, like the WWE side, but it was still
Yeah.
like wow. And then for them to still be going on to this day, like that's amazing. So,
Bruh, people don't understand, bruh. The fact that and I know people sit here and say that, AEW was gonna fall, and I'm like, bruh, TNA has survived everything. And now they're on their way to getting another TV deal. So we might be seeing TNA on TV again like next year. And I feel like when that happens, then we're really cooking.
right, no, that's awesome. Yeah, so yeah, man, I appreciate you. Like I said, always bringing great insight here and great energy to the wrestling world. And I'm looking to be able to do my part to boast it and motivate you and and promote it as much as possible as I can. But I'm gonna definitely do my part to be able to stay on top of it. And I'll be listening. You know what I mean? But yeah,
I know.
we're gonna keep it going. So yeah, I appreciate that. So make sure y'all go check my cousin out, man. Again, Just Unconventional Podcast, Offbeat Perspectives on Hub Pages. This is his blog. Great insight. Have an amazing wrestling mind. I've said it here several times on records. He has the mindset, the vision for management. Okay,
Oh
so don't
Lord.
be surprised y'all see him managing one of these maybe private sector wrestling companies, one of these bigger companies one day. But Papa
Man,
Dennis,
bro,
he got
I
that
can't
vision,
even
baby.
cap
So
to you, dog. Money wasn't an issue. I wouldn't go nowhere near the big companies. Like, I love PCW down the street, and I'm sorry I haven't even been down there to check them out. Like, money wasn't an issue. That's a company I'll pour into. Some of these indie companies need love. And then on top of that, dog, Atlanta is a hidden gem for professional wrestlers, dog. They need to stop playing, dog. Hey. They need to come down here and check out these guys, man. We're a hidden gem. We kicking them out here.
we just produce athletes, man. The state of
Bruh,
we just
you
produce
said it before. You said we just produce athletes.
what we do, baby. That red clay just do something different, man.
Bruh, bro.
All right, baby. We here. Nitty gritty. So, cousin,
What's up?
NFL week 9 was interesting,
Very
right?
interesting.
We had some games that swung this way, swung that way. Some games that you thought this team was gonna win, that team didn't win. So overall, it was a great week, right? It was a
Yes,
great
it
week.
was.
Looking at the scoreboards here, to kick off, we covered Thursday. The Ravens, they got back into form, got that W for the year, I mean, for the week. Um, so the slate went as follows, right? We talked about the Buffalo Chiefs game, right? We talked about Buffalo being able to beat the Chiefs in regular season, right? So there's nothing new. It's no surprise to the ones who witnessed the game, right? Buffalo know
Mm-hmm.
how to win against Kansas City in the regular season. When it comes to postseason, the Kansas
There's
City
a
Chiefs
problem.
become juggernauts, and everybody else in the AFC just become little puppies. So I don't know. So the Bills handled business against the Chiefs 28-21. Rams absolutely dominated the Saints 34-10. I'm trying to see what my guy had here. He went 15 for 24, 176 yards and one touchdown. So he didn't have a pick, which no turnover, which was good for him. So that was something to lean on. We had a close one, overtime matchup between Jacksonville and the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders fell to the Jaguars by 1 point. Jaguars defeated the Raiders 30-29. We
Mm.
had the Chargers defeat the Tennessee Titans 27-20. We had the Denver Broncos come back and get a victory over the Houston Texans. We'll see the Broncos and the Raiders later on tonight for Thursday night football as we look ahead to kick off Week 10. Pittsburgh gave Indiana their second loss of the season. 6 turnovers from the Colts, cousin. Is that correct?
6 turnovers from the Colts. You are correct.
Six
You
turnovers from
are
the Colts.
correct.
You can't win in the NFL having that. And
Oh
granted they only
yeah.
lost by one possession, but 6 turnovers, you cannot. You're not gonna win football
Oh
game.
yeah.
You know.
I was kind of waiting for a game like this to come, but I'm still not sitting here ready to just. I'm not ready to lower the stakes of Danny Dolly yet.
Right, right, right,
Just
right.
not yet. I need a couple strings of games where people like you give me a couple strings of games. We ready to write him off after one game, just like everybody's ready to name the Buffalo Bills the number one team in the AFC after they beat the Chiefs in the regular season again.
Which
So
we've seen that.
yeah, we're not gonna pay
We,
attention to that, but
yeah,
especially
people.
after that trade we made. Okay, we're trying to go all in right
Woo!
now.
Yeah, we're gonna get
Yeah,
into that. Yeah,
yeah.
the depreciation of the dollar has not fallen yet. We ain't gonna drop it down to the dime yet. Um, Man, the kicking game in the NFL has been make or break, and that's the result of the Atlanta Falcons, baby. 24-23 loss over the Patriots. I mean, heartbreaker. Go down the field, have an opportunity to tie the
Six
score up.
sacks.
I mean, wow, dude, and give away a win that, honestly, a game with the Falcons went into New England, prepared to play. They played a game where they could have won, right, for sure, right. But the kicking woes in the NFL is unprecedented, man. We had the same thing that happened to the Packers, right? Packers lost 16-13 to the Panthers. And hats off to the Panthers going there on the road and winning a tough environment and win a good game against a good team, right? Well, which we
Mm-hmm.
think is a good team, a good roster at least, you know. So,
We can say good, but we're just not going to call them Super Bowl contenders or the best team in the NFL. I don't
oh
know where
no,
people even started that with the
no,
Packers. They
yeah.
was tripping.
Can y'all get out, please? Please get in my studio. Get out. Go. Get out, Zuri. I don't see. All right. Whew, back to what I was saying. Sorry, y'all.
But
I'm obviously you just got a little glimpse to my world. I have 3 daughters. If people don't know, okay, those are 2 of them, and yes. All right. So yeah, back to what I was saying about the Packers, right? So, yeah, Falcons ended up losing 24-23. Missed the extra point, right? Could have forced overtime. Had an opportunity too late in the game to be able to maybe try to force a 3-and-out, try to get the ball back, but defense couldn't. They couldn't stop them that last drive. Patriots got it done.
cousin, I'm
Panthers.
gonna tell you this right here, dog. I'm gonna tell you this before you go on.
Mm-hmm.
They just buying time, dog. We getting a new regime next year. It's
New
over
Jane.
with. This
So
is
who getting let go?
everybody.
Everybody.
Terry gone, Rah gone, Zach gone, Jeff Ulbrich might be gone. He might be the interim coach by week 12. You never
Mm.
know. But yeah, gone.
Yeah. So y'all lose this week. They find Rah.
I think they'll let Rah play out the rest of the year. Mike McDaniels get to play out the rest of the year for the Dolphins, and the Dolphins are worse than us.
Well, you got a point. You got a
Yeah,
point
so
there.
no, we get a new regime. This can't everybody done. We done with this. Like
Yeah.
we seen enough.
So the Panthers found their way above 500 for the first time, and I don't know when.
Exactly.
They have a 5-4 record, but we did speak about this early in the season that the Panthers will be a better team, right? They started off rocky, right? But it's this thing about NFL. The NFL is a long season, so you just find a way to get better each and every week, and it starts to show. So they've won a couple games in a row, and they just continue to find ways to win. So 16-13 victory over the Packers, shocker, right? We talked about this matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Lions, right?
Bruh.
Lions got dug into a hole too early, late in that game. They couldn't dig out of it enough. Vikings went into enemy territory, got it done, 27-24. Mike McCarthy back in the lineup. He went 14 for 25, 143 yards and 2 touchdowns, right? So,
Me and
Justin
JJ, you
Jefferson.
said Mike McCarthy.
I'm sorry,
You
JJ
good, you good.
JJ McCarthy. Y'all know what I mean, not Mike McCarthy. I ain't talking about old boy who used to be the Packers and Cowboys coach. I ain't talking about him. But yeah, so JJ got it done, right? Coming off, he's been having an up and down football career, right? Missed all last year, played in 3 games this year, so
He
this,
basically a rookie.
yeah, right. He is,
Yeah.
and the same way you gave me that comment about Michael Penix the other day that you were saying, you forget he's a rookie, right? And he still has some young quarterback flashes, but he still has a lot of mature instincts in his game as well. So that's the same way for JJ. So that was a huge confident booster for him to go into a divisional opponent stadium and get a victory, 27-24 Vikings over the Lions. 34-24 San Francisco over the Giants. 34 points went to the San Francisco 49ers. Mac Jones, right? I mean, I don't know what's going on with Brock Purdy, and I don't know if he's healthy, but I don't know if he's gonna get his job back. I'm pretty sure he is because they don't pay him all that money. But Mac Jones is putting himself out there for a team.
They
Somebody,
better trade Mac Jones and get value for him rather than let him walk in that free agency.
right? Because
That boy balling.
he balling right now, right? Another guy, who had a lot of upside, but the NFL is a different pace for guys, especially at the quarterback position. So now the game's slowing down to him. He's playing much better football, and it shows in his play. So 19 for 24, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey had 28 carries, so 106 yards and 1 touchdown. We had a thriller up in Cincinnati, a high scoring game. We had 89 points being put up total points. Chicago Bears, right? Another team that's over 500, who
Yeah.
hasn't been there in a while, right? 5-3. The Bears sit at 5-3. They defeated the Bengals 47-42. Uh, what's my boy name? Caleb Williams had 20. He had 34 attempts. He completed 20 passes, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns. So, I mean, just a phenomenal matchup, right? And that's a game where you didn't expect that between those 2 opponents, right?
Nope.
Not somebody who's really familiar with one another. Of course, they played, right? But you got Joe Flacco on the other side. Joe, he didn't play too bad either, right? He went, he went 31 for 47 for 470 yards and 4 touchdowns. Like
That's Joe
it
Flacco.
is Joe Flacco, is he turning back the clock? Like, geez, bro, like, this guy's
Didn't he
freaking
win comeback player of the year last year?
I don't know, he's balling right now, though, I know that, like, man,
Yeah, I'm like, can
and
you win that twice?
his son said he watched. I think that's really why he out there going to show out. He over there bringing
Oh
his
boy.
pride to his son, like, "Yeah, you see this? How many guys putting up 400 plus yards and less than 3 weeks of games with 4 touchdowns with no interceptions? Like, that's veteran talk right there, baby. That's Hall of Famish, type of going out on that top mountain. Sunday night, right? Sunday night, another team that's a dominant team in the NFC, Seattle Seahawks, went into Washington, handled business, dominated the Commanders. They defeated them 38-14 to advance to 6-2 on the year for the Seahawks. And then we had Monday night football. We had the Arizona Cardinals head to Dallas to defeat the Cowboys
Boy.
27-17. We had Marvin Harrison Jr. routing people up. We had Jacoby Brissett. He went 21 for 31. 261 yards and 2 touchdowns. So it was a pretty solid game, man. I swear, I really don't appreciate how George Pickens just really just got the bad end of the stick from that Steelers Cowboys trade. My boy became a Cowboy, and I knew it was just gonna be not good for him. But we still love him, man. We still, we remember him in that G. He'll always be remembered for winning that G. But now you're a cowgirl, and it's
Oh
not
Lord, not a cowgirl.
not working hard. It's not working out for you. But
He
that's,
been playing all right, dog. Just the
yeah,
Cowboys had one of their normal games.
that's what I'm saying. He gonna do his thing, but he's representative of his team now. If you're not winning, your stats don't mean nothing. You know
Well,
what I mean?
we know that.
So it's
But when
okay,
you're a
man.
Dallas Cowboy, that man, when
Yeah.
you're a Dallas Cowboy, I don't even think they pay attention to none of that.
So now, okay, let's get to Thursday night football before we get to the trade, because the trade is about to be spectacular. I'm looking forward to that.
I bet
Um,
it's spectacular, boy. The Eagles been out here putting in work.
we try, man. We try, man. We can always be better, but we
Oh
did good.
boy, oh man, I'm about to crap on them Falcons, boy. Cause what did they do during the trade deadline?
Them Bulls.
Boy, another reason. Oh, I'm gonna tell you another reason why I feel like the regime. We're about to get a whole new regime. But go ahead, continue.
Whew.
Continue.
Okay, Thursday night football. Broncos headed to Las Vegas. AFC West matchup, right? Raiders coming off a loss that they felt like they should have won. Didn't make it happen. Broncos doing Bronco things, right?
Yeah.
Competing here in the AFC West. I believe no, I don't think they're at the top. I think the Chargers are undefeated in the AFC West. They're 3-0 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, they lead the division right now. But the AFC West is competitive, right? It could be easily 3 teams coming out of the AFC West to go to the playoffs, right? Um,
Broncos is number one.
Oh, Broncos number 1 now. So yeah, they're at the top of the AFC West. So they're looking to have a playoff trajectory, right? Chiefs looking to have a playoff trajectory. Chargers looking to have a playoff trajectory. So that's 3 teams right there that can represent the AFC in the playoffs from the same division. So the Raiders are just trying to skate by another guy who down there just I ain't say wasting away, because Brock Bauer, he do his things. His stats stand out. What I mean, he just different. But he down there, he's not used to that, right? He's not used to losing. He coming from the Bulldogs, what I mean, them dogs, baby. So yeah, but yeah. So Thursday night football tonight, 8 p.m. on Prime Video. Raiders will be hosting the Broncos. I'm excited to kind of see what's my boy name?
Ashton Genty.
Ashton Genty in prime time. What's my boy up there, quarterback? Geno Smith, man. Whew, I don't know what he doing.
Yeah, I don't
Bron-
know what's happened to Geno.
Bronco defense. It's Pete Carroll. I mean, when he was with the Seahawks, he wasn't. With the new coach, that coach they got now, he wasn't doing all that. But Pete Carroll come back in the fold. I just plummet.
And you better
Um,
get you a better offensive coordinator and a QB coach and let them handle it.
do something. But
Yeah.
yeah. So tonight, 8 p.m. Prime Video, we will have the Thursday night football kicking off Week 10. Uh, Raiders, Broncos. Broncos should dominate easily. Well, it's a divisional matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders looking to be able to be competitive, right? To show that any day that the people love to be able to spoil something for somebody, right? The Broncos sitting pretty and all at the top of the AFC West. They think they just this team that can continue to fight and battle adversity, and they going into Las Vegas, with high confidence that we can beat team. We can score 33 in the fourth. We can come back. We can, do this. We beat the Super Bowl
Yeah.
reigning champions in the season. We a team. We the best, right? But the Raiders, they say, okay, well, hey, what type of team we going to be, right? I'm excited to see Brock Bowers in prime time. I always
Yeah.
love to see Brock Bowers. So, shout out to them dogs, baby. Love to see my boy. Yes, but yeah. So yeah, that's that for Thursday night football. Now the real nitty gritty, baby. where it's count for everything. NFL trade deadline, and it was some bombshell, boy. I mean, it was some stuff that dropped and had me like on the real deal surprise. Get into it, right?
Oh boy.
And it's out of order, but we're gonna get into it also. The Jets are offloading. They offloaded, now are offloading, they offloaded, right? Sauce Gardner, that's a guy that I'm thinking it's gonna be a staple, a pillar of their team going forward, right? Sauce Gardner got traded to the coach. Okay. I mean, that right there alone blew me away. Not only Sauce Gardner trade, then they traded Williams, another guy who was the first round draft pick for the Jets years ago, right? A guy who's been a staple of that front seven, right? That pillar of that
Mm-hmm.
front seven. I mean, the Jets are just offloading, but they're gaining so much capital. So, and we were just talking about AD Mitchell, right? We were just talking about Donnie. We were just talking about
Yeah.
he's gonna get his target now. He's gonna be getting targets from Justin Field, but whatever. So Sauce Gardner got traded to the Colts. The Jets got in return wide receiver Adonai Mitchell, a 2026 first round pick, and a 2027 first round pick. Cousin, do you think y'all gave too much for Sauce Gardner?
My question is, what are we doing at quarterback to be giving up two first round picks? We must have a plan at quarterback, and you're basically telling me by doing that Daniel Jones is the plan at quarterback, and I feel like that's too soon to decide that.
Right.
Now, Sauce immediately makes our defense a lot better, and we're gonna have him for a couple years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
But
he signed a huge extension with the Jets a couple years ago.
yeah,
Last year, I think it was.
yeah, so that instantly makes the defense better. A great piece to have to the defense right there, especially in the secondary that needs a little bit of help. But what does this mean at quarterback for us? Because you're basically saying, are you saying that we're gonna have Daniel for the next 2 years?
You sold on him. Well, y'all
Yeah,
still got hope on it. Okay. So
yeah, but I'm not sold on Richie. I'm not sold on Anthony Richardson.
Okay. So now here we go. Right, you got Daniel Jones for this 1 year. You gave Richardson 2 years to really sit down now and kind of develop mentally. Because I think it's not the physicals for him, right?
No,
I think he's physically, he's talented enough to be able to go out there and play winning football, to play it like to produce physically. It's the mental side of the game. So I'm thinking the mindset. If I'm Shane, right, I just gave it 2 first round picks because you're gonna have to pay somebody. He's still on a rookie deal, right?
that's the
So,
thing.
so okay, you let Daniel Jones, cause okay, and the deal makes sense to be able to go in all in this year too, right? Get your defense to be prepared to be able to go for a Super Bowl this year with Daniel Jones the way he playing, right? Have him be a guy to where he can play well enough to have y'all win, but also he's putting tape out there for other teams. He's auditioning for other teams. So now you got Anthony Richardson here who has a high upside. I still think he has a high upside, right? It hasn't shown he's had flashes here and there. It hasn't been consistent, but now he gets to be able to sit behind a guy who's had that type of career, right? That downside, that he's had trouble reading coverages. He's had trouble going through reads, right? Going through his progression, those type of things, right? And just so many things go to the mental side of being a quarterback, right? Seeing the game, right? Calling out coverages, doing so many things, right? So now Anthony Richardson get to do that for another whole year because this is 2 years now where he's been able to really sit down because he hasn't played a full season yet, right?
Yeah,
He's the guy who has not been available, right? So this gives him the opportunity to be healthy and be able to learn to be a better quarterback with IQ, have a better IQ as a quarterback, right? So I mean that's why I'm thinking y'all might be going that way because it really don't make sense to kind of be all in on a guy like Daniel Jones. And granted, Daniel Jones is having a great season, right? But okay, when guys get tape on Daniel Jones in the system, what is he going to do, right? He's not a quarterback that's like an Anthony Richardson who can have an RPO, right? Who can when you get on the field, you got to worry about him and uh Jonathan Taylor, right? Daniel Jones
and
not that
Daniel he can still run a little bit. He just don't.
but he's not that type. They're not
Yeah, he
game.
ain't 6'4". He's not 6'4",
Not
like 225.
No, but they're not game planning for that though. When you
Yeah,
see
true.
Anthony Richardson in the backfield, you have to game plan for okay, is he going to give the ball out? The defenses are freezing, right? They're not freezing with Daniel Jones because if Daniel Jones RPO and come down, he's not doing all that. Like he can move,
Yeah.
but he's not that type. He's not a dual threat quarterback. That's what I'm saying. But
Okay.
but other than that, man, I think it's a good trade. I think y'all kind of did give too much up for a guy who Granted, y'all not gonna have to pay him for. I mean, well, y'all are gonna have to pay
Yeah, we're
him,
gonna
but
have
y'all,
to take on that
you
contract.
know, y'all not gonna have to give him a new contract for a couple years, right?
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm saying. That
giving
part.
up 2 first round picks, and y'all do have a lot of depth at wide receiver, which is gonna help the Jets. But the Jets they're loading up. They're loading up not only from that trade, right? The Jets they offloaded like we spoke about Williams, right? They offloaded Quinion Williams. Quinion Williams was traded to the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are looking to build up their trenches for the future because they're not going to do anything this year, right? But they're
I
looking
think
to.
that was a good trade for the Cowboys. It's probably
No,
one of the best trades that
I think so.
that Jerry made in a very, very long time.
I think so, right? But another thing they kind of gave up, right? They gave up Mosley Smith, another tackle, a 2026 second round pick, and a 2027 first round pick. The
That's
Jets,
Jerry Jones for you.
the Jets won. The Jets want to trade. No, I don't care what nobody say. The Jets want to trade for what they're going to build for the future. The Jets want to trade hand down. They have 3 first round picks already next year,
You know
right?
what this
They
says
don't
to us,
suck,
right?
huh?
You know what this shows, right? I
What?
mean, yeah, but who's the head coach? Aaron Glenn, right? As the head coach over there. Yeah, that just shows me that he's getting another year, which honestly I feel like he does deserve it. He's going to
Right.
get a chance to build the team how he wants to really build the team. He has a whole bunch of picks at his disposal,
Oh
and they
yeah,
might trade some of those to get some players. So
maybe some veteran guys, yeah, but
yeah, the
I
Jets
mean,
are going to be the most exciting thing about this next draft because they got so many
man.
picks.
They got 2 first round picks next year, a 2026 second round pick. They probably got 2 second round picks. We had to go into their draft, you know, their picks for this year coming up. But and then a 2027 first round pick, 2 in the 2027 first round, not just 1, right? 2 for 2027. So it's like, man, bro, these guys are these. So that's 2 picks from another team plus their picks. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be back in that top 10, you know, because they suck. But you know, I mean, but man, this is the Jets were not playing around with this trade, right? Cowboys got an F grade from their acquisition, but the Jets A. All the Jets grades have been A's. Other notable names that other notable trades that were made this week. Rashid Shaheed, wide receiver from the Saints, he got shipped to the Seahawks.
Boy,
I
that's
thought
gonna
that
be
was
nasty.
I thought that was a spectacular trade, right? Just for what he brings to a team and what the Seahawks need. I mean, in their offense already, Sam Darnold's playing lights out, right? He got weapons all over the field. Added another guy like that, right? Not only to their offense, right? Special teams, right? Special teams they flip special teams flip games on his head, right? Either left or right. So that was a great acquisition for him. So the Seahawks got Rashid Shaheed in exchange for a 2026 fourth round pick and a 2026 fifth round pick, which I think is great capital for a guy like that, right? And just only not even that to get 2 picks for a guy like that. Rashid, I don't even know what pick he was drafted in. Like
We
what
just know he productive.
what he produces, right? So that's what
Yeah.
so that was a great pickup for both teams in my opinion. Um Other notable trades, right? The Jacoby Myers, he was traded to the Jaguars in exchange for a 2026 fourth round pick and a 2026 round pick from the Raiders. The Raiders are looking to be able to build capital as well. Maybe use some of those extra picks and add it on to try to trade up here or there. You know, get some
Hmm.
pieces around their offense and defense. Cowboys again, they were busy this week. They added linebacker Logan Wilson from the Bengals in exchange for a 2026 seventh round pick. Excuse me, which was a pretty solid pick for them linebacker, something they needed. Titans traded edge rusher Dramont Jones to the Ravens in exchange for a conditional 2026 fifth round pick. So the Ravens are looking to boost that defense as they continue this season. Another team who looked to boost the defense, who did boost the defense, right? The Eagles. We were very aggressive on the defensive side,
Very.
as I expect from Howie Roseman, because we all know defense wins championships. And our offense really don't have no weaknesses, but defense you need as many bodies on defense as possible. So we landed edge rusher, former first round pick, Jalen Phillips, in exchange for a 2026 third round pick, which I think was great, right? Just this guy production, right? I've been hearing it all week. He has familiarity with what's my boy name? I can't think. I just drew a blank. My DC name. Uh,
Vic.
Vic Fangio. There we go. Appreciate it, cuz.
Huh?
Yeah, Vic, he got, familiar with Vic when Vic was the DC down in Miami, right? Now he's joining the group where, again, he don't have to be that guy, right? You're going to be in a rotation with the Nolan Smith. You're going to be playing alongside Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. Boy, I'm so excited to get this guy on the
Beast.
field, man. I'm just excited to get this guy on the field. Jalix Hunt, right? Our front seven has always been the pillar of the Eagles defense, right?
Meat and potatoes.
BG back, right? He gonna 5-6 reps a game. You know, he gonna make an impact, right? But you know, man, I'm just excited. Ojomo, like the front four has been playing well, right? We getting the Kobe Dean back on the backside. We got Jahad Campbell coming down off the edge, right? He back. He playing his
Excellent year.
we got Zach Bond. He's playing and like so, and then we boosted up the secondary, right? We got the Jets again, right? The Jets been busy. They've been offloading. We end up getting Michael Carter the second. We end up getting Michael Carter the second, which is a nickel cornerback. I'm trying to get the information for what we gave up for him. It wasn't nothing too major.
I think I
Uh,
got somebody else too.
we got Jair Alexander. We
I
got
thought that was
we
funny.
we got Jair Alexander. Yes, we did. You know, so I
Right
was
on time.
I was excited about that too. We got Jair Alexander. Let me find it here. Um, I don't know where it's at, but we got it. Well, we got Michael Carter the second, I think for like a 5th round pick or something like. Oh, and we traded John Mechie with him. So we traded Mechie alongside with I think a 6th round pick or something like that for Carter. Again, we got Jair Alexander. We got Jair Alexander and a 7th round pick for in exchange for a 2026 6th round pick. So we got a 2027 7th round pick and Jair Alexander. He wasn't healthy with the Ravens, from my understanding. But you know the season's gotten on. He hasn't been playing, so he should be healthy coming to the Eagles. Get him in the system probably about week 13, week 12. He'll probably be on the field. You know to see where he's at. But I still, like I said, I'm high on Keely Ringo, and I'm biased because he's a freaking bulldog. You know what I'm saying? But I still think he has the ability to play good football, and I think he's come along over the last couple of weeks, right? I think Vic's put him in a better position to make plays, but we need depth at the cornerback position, and a guy like Jair Alexander who can play high level football right at that DB position is definitely helping us out. So I'm excited for that. As we continue to boost our defense. So yeah, the Michael Carter trade we got Michael Carter second and a 2027 7th round pick for wide receiver John Mechie and a 2027 6th round pick. So right, our last three, our only trade in the offseason were, I mean, and doing before the deadline were defense. So I'm proud of what, how he's been able to do, and we just looking to be able to continue to be productive on both sides of the ball and just really take off on the second half of the season. Right, coming off this bye week, played pretty good, got the run game going, had our most rush yards of the season on this last game against the Giants going into the bye week. So it's something that we can really dissect. Right, offensive line getting healthy, it should give an opportunity for Cam Jerkins to get back in the lineup. Right, to really get to playing that Philly style of football, run that ball. Get Jalen in the center. He's been more comfortable. We've been making better plays. That play action has really been freaking the defenses, getting guys down the field. A.J. Brown will be back. Devontae Smith doing Schmitty things. Dallas
Mhm.
Goedert having a good year. He's staying healthy, which for the most part, which is pretty solid. When he's on the field, he's productive. So Saquon, we're just ready to, just get the second half going, and we got a big test this weekend against the Packers, right? So looking forward to it.
Oh no, the Packers got a big test against you.
Right. Well,
Oh
no.
yeah. By the way, before you move on to you got any more trades?
Yeah, yeah. But go ahead, cuz.
Okay. Oh no, I was just about to say, dog. Look, you already know who didn't do nothing, right? You already know who didn't do a thing to improve that team. The
Oh,
Atlanta Falcons
okay.
did
Go ahead.
not do
Yeah.
a single thing to improve that team. I give you another reason that regime is gone. Kirk Cousins still on the bench.
Mm,
You failed.
mm,
Nobody called for Kirk. Nobody. I heard a rumor that the Vikings called for Kirk, but I highly doubt that. But nobody called for Kirk.
mm,
Nobody, absolutely nobody. We just holding this man. He got paid his full $90 million. We didn't do nothing. We could have tried. We couldn't try. Nobody wanted the man. He gave
mm,
him one serving. He gave him one serving against Miami, and everybody said, nope, I don't want that guy.
yeah.
Straight up said, nope, I don't want that guy. We didn't do nothing to improve the defense. I mean, hey, because like you said, you can never have too many players on defense. We could
Never.
have added another wide receiver because we need somebody to go alongside Drake London. We did not do that. We did not show that the Atlanta Falcons are serious about being contenders, bro. Like I said, we're getting a whole new regime. I don't care how many games we win. I don't see us turning this around and we just turn into this immaculate team like others might think. We make too many familiar mistakes. Way too many. Dog, this cap, no more. Not for the season. Nah, they don't get the cap no more this season. I'm waiting for the new regime. I'm ready. But we got to have we got to go on a run like the Colts did for me to be like, oh my God, I'm about to throw this cap back on. Absolutely not. I'm ready for the new regime. Let's get it. Keep Penix. Keep London. Penix might vouch for Pitts. We can keep Pitts too. Let's keep Bijan. Let's keep Algier if we can. We got Jalen Walker. We can fix James Pierce. We can try to fix him, okay?
You gotta give him a chance because he's a rookie.
No, I'm giving him. See, that's the thing, because I gotta remember these guys are rookies. But you know how the expectations get set in. But you know what? I gotta remember he is a rookie. He got drafted late in the first round. It's not like he got drafted up there with Jalen Walker was.
Yeah.
I gotta remember. I gotta give them two different expectations. Then he gotta put on that NFL size. You know, they sending him after the quarterback, so he ain't doing nothing too wrong. It's just the production. It's gonna come. But dang, bro, I'm ready. I'm ready for the new regime.
Everybody can't have that dog in them, cuz everybody can't have it in them, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, but guess what? You can put on about 20 more pounds of muscle and keep it pushing because he got it. He got a lot of potential.
The potential there, yeah, for sure. The guy was a beast. Definitely led. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he led the SEC in sacks last year. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he got the twitch, but you can see him sometimes coming off the line and them linemen be bullying him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they kind of be bullying him like 15 more pounds of muscle.
Yeah, that physicality, like I said, that weight and that physicality, he'll come together. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, man, that's been a great topic for us to discuss here. But I'm looking forward to the back half for a lot of these teams, right? A lot of these teams have gotten better for the trade deadline. As my cousin mentioned, some teams didn't get better. Well, what are you going to do? So obviously, if you didn't get better, you felt like your team is good enough. So what are you going to show on this back half of the season? But we shall see. Looking forward to it. Make sure y'all tune here on Sports Huddle every Thursday and Saturday. We will discuss these things that we do and do not see from these teams that did improve, or did not improve. So be on the lookout. Are you enjoying today's episode? This episode of the Grateful Gab Podcast is proudly sponsored by Sugarcane Sweet Shop. At Sugarcane Sweet Shop, every dessert is made with love, creativity, and a sprinkle of sweetness. From the signature cookies and cupcakes to custom cakes for every occasion, Sugarcane is available to make your moments a little more special. Follow them on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Sugarcane Sweet Shop to see what's fresh from the oven. And don't forget to treat yourself today. So, NCAA Top 25 Week 10 recap. Top 25. It was pretty solid, right? We had a dog fight down in Jacksonville between the Bulldogs and the Gators. Go Dogs. So, I mean, just a lot of upsets, right? It was an upset alert weekend. It was some teams they got the belt, right? Some upsets that shook up a lot of things, right?
Well, you got to get the belt sound, bro.
Right. The first one that surprised me, right? And it wasn't even a surprise. We talked about this game, right? We talked about a lot of these games. Obviously, first of all, let's get the first surprise out. The first one, SMU upset over number 10 Miami. Cousin, we talked about it. Miami didn't leave the state, right? They didn't leave the state. This their first time leaving the state of Florida, right? What happened? Lost, right? SMU, a late foul, a late flag, put them in position to force overtime. They got into overtime. They got to stop. Carson Bacon just been going on the decline, right? People started, Miami, that team, Miami this, Miami that. Man, look, bro, we used to that, right? It's the coach. Like they talked about that coach, right? And then you get Carson Beck. Carson Beck, you stop going down, my boy. I thought the best route for you was to go and play another season. But man, you started off good, but man, the decline is there, right? The decline is there. I don't know if you was worried about going and kicking it with your girlfriend too much or what. You're not focused down there in Miami, but multiple interception games again in your final year of college football is not winning football, right? Playoff contention's gone, right? That's out the picture, right? You got 2 ACC losses already, so that puts you in position to not be eligible for the ACC championship. So your chances of going to college football playoff are gone. So now where does Miami go from here, right? So that was the first upset. SMU 26-20. Next upset, NC State. Cousin, another game we talked about from Georgia Tech, right? I said Georgia Tech going to the NC State. NC State is a good team, a team that they're able to score points, right? That's what happened. That defense for Georgia Tech got punched in the mouth, and they ain't had no response. I mean, dominated 48-36 over a top 10 opponent, giving the Yellow Jackets their first loss of the season, right? Another team that is not used to that adversity, and granted, they still have an opportunity to make it, right? They're one of the top 2 teams in the ACC. I believe they're behind. Is it Virginia? Yeah, Virginia. They're behind Virginia, right? So they're 5-1 in the conference. They're tied with Pitt. So Pitt is another team. It's a lot of one-loss teams in the ACC right now,
Yes, it
right?
is.
Georgia Tech, Pitt, Louisville, SMU, Duke, and you got UVA undefeated, right? So
Yeah.
4 top 25 teams in the ACC right now, and 3 of those 4 teams have one loss in the ACC. So the ACC is kind of wide open still too, almost like the SEC, right? It's no room for error, for real, right? There's no room
No,
for
sir.
error. So that was another upset of the weekend. Then also, we had another upset for the weekend, another game we talked about, cuz Texas Vanderbilt, right? We talked about Vanderbilt being able to go. Well, how are they going to be able to control the
Boy,
noise?
they shut down Diego running, boy.
How how are they going to be able to control the noise of being a top 10 team going on the road in a hostile environment in Texas? First play of the game for Texas, touchdown, 75 yards, gone to the house. And ever since then, just Texas was on the rise, right? Vanderbilt did have a chance late in that game. The fight is there, right? They still have an opportunity to make the college football playoff. Their future's in their hand, right in front of them. Win out the season, try to end in that top 12, right? Um, but yeah, so they had an opportunity late in the game to get a onside kick. It went out of bounds. Nobody had control. They gave the ball to Texas. Game over. So Texas ended up defeating the Vanderbilt number 9 Vanderbilt 34-31. Number 12 Notre Dame defeated Boston College 25-10. Number 13 Texas Tech defeated Kansas State 43-20. We had number 18 Oklahoma with another upset. Right, they headed into Tennessee
Boy.
33-27 on the road. Big win for Oklahoma. Horrible loss for Tennessee. Bowl game, college football playoff, out the picture for them as well. Number 15 Virginia defeated California 31-21. Number 18 Louisville defeated Virginia Tech 28-16. Number 24 Utah with an upset over Cincinnati, 45-14, dominated. Number 21 Michigan defeated Purdue 21-16. Another upset in the top 25. We had unranked West Virginia with the upset over number 22 Houston 45-35. We
Boy.
had number 23 USC defeat Nebraska 21-17. Number 1 Ohio State handled business against Penn State 38-14. Number 2 Maryland rolled over number 2 Indiana rolled over Maryland 55-10. Number 7 Ole Miss defeated South Carolina 30-14, and we had the Dogs on top in Jacksonville 24-20. I love the fight. Just keep getting better each and every day. And we'll see where the chips fall at the end when it's all said and done. So looking forward to it. And that wrapped up week 10 of the NCAA. So now the nitty gritty, the real deal, the college football playoffs, baby.
You already know my question is, right?
What? Talk to me.
Why is Notre Dame here?
I know it. Cause I don't know. Cause I can't
Why
speak.
is Notre Dame here?
I can't speak for the committee. Cause I don't know, man. But the top 12 teams that were announced in the college football playoffs is as listed. Number 1 team went to Ohio State, of course. Number 2 team went to Indiana. It's really like the top 15, the top, whatever order it is. With some wrinkles in there. All right, so number 2, Indiana. Number 3 will be Texas A&M at the moment. Number 4 will be Alabama. Number 5, Georgia. Go Dogs. Yes, looking forward to that. My bad, wrong sound. All right. Number 6, Ole Miss. Number 7, BYU, right? A sneaky team. BYU is a team to look out for, even though I don't think they're going to do too much against real competition. The Big 12 is not competitive, right? You doing it in the Big 10, you a BYU team in the Big 10 against guys like Indiana, Ohio State, Oregon, right? Okay, now I'm like, you tested, but Big 12, nah, not really. Number
Easy
8,
schedule.
number 18 was Texas Tech University. Number 9 was Oregon Ducks. Number 10 was Notre Dame. Number 11 was the Texas Longhorns, and number 12 rounded out the college football playoff initial ranking with the Oklahoma Sooners. So we have we have 6 SEC teams in the college football playoffs right now. We have three Big Ten teams. We have 1 independent team, which again I feel like Notre Dame should not be there, right? And then we have a couple Big 12 teams as well. So
Now
yeah,
check
man,
this out, Cuzzo.
I'm listening.
So I know they have what, Texas number 11?
Texas number 11.
All right, so I'm looking at this other bracket right here. Now Virginia could take that number 11 spot because they'll be the 4th highest ranked conference champion.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Texas will be the first out, and it will be Virginia in there.
Well,
Now I
yeah,
still don't understand why Notre Dame is in here. I feel like Oklahoma, they can really put Virginia, Texas, and Oklahoma as that 10, 11, and 12 spot. I don't
right,
understand why Notre Dame is here.
right. Well, we still, I mean, we still got a lot of season left, right? We got to go. All these teams still got to play games, right? I mean, no
Yeah,
team.
but
Yeah,
everybody got meaningful games. What does Notre Dame got?
right, right, right. Yeah, yeah. What's Notre Dame schedule looking like?
Like, bro, like that's the this is a problem here. What is the favoritism with Notre Dame?
I don't know. Yeah, people. I mean, the committee love them, right? And then, like I said, they don't have any leverage, right? Like they go play Navy this weekend. That's gonna be a good game. But Navy is another independent team. Like they don't have a conference, right? They don't have a conference to compete against, right? So you don't have any backing, right? So now they'll go back and look and say, okay, number 16 Notre Dame, they dominated NC State. NC State beat Georgia Tech, right? But you gotta look at the avenues, right? NC State was on the road against y'all or Notre Dame. NC State was at home against Georgia Tech. So there's differences, right? But okay, they will have a big matchup against Pitt, right? Which I think is a game that these next couple games they have good opponents. The two best opponents they're going to play is Navy and Pitt. Syracuse been getting dog walked all year. Stanford been getting dog walked all year. So those two wins are going to be meaningless, right? It's going to look good for the schedule. But if they have one more loss, they're out, right? And I still feel like they should probably be out now because when you look at teams like who's at the
Now
number.
look at who. Give me those teams that Notre Dame is playing.
They play Navy this weekend. They play
Okay,
number 24 Pitt. They play
okay,
Syracuse and they play Stanford. That's their last four games.
okay. Oklahoma got Alabama, Missouri, and LSU.
Right.
That seems like a tougher gaunt. This is a joke.
Right.
Why is Notre Dame here?
Like, well, let's look at UVA too. Vanderbilt, right? Vanderbilt and UVA schedule. Vanderbilt scheduled for this year, right? Vanderbilt played. They beat a top 50. They beat a top 15 team on the road in South Carolina, which is South Carolina. They didn't plan out to be who they were going to be,
Wait,
right?
they was top 15 at the time, right?
Right, they were.
Okay,
They
next.
beat a top 10 LSU team at home, right? They beat
Boom,
a top 15 Missouri team at home. They went on
boom.
the road and lost a close one against a top 20 team. So they've already played one, two, three, four, five top 25 teams this year already. Vanderbilt, right? Now they have Auburn this weekend. They have Auburn, Kentucky, and their last opponent of the year will be Tennessee, which is a top 25 team as well on the road. So after it's all said and done, they would have played seven top 25 teams. And
Notre Dame, this is a joke.
well,
This is a joke.
but we talked about it, right? We talked about Notre Dame going to find a way to get into the college football playoffs.
They found a way. Literally, what you gotta beat teams to find a way. What do you have on your schedule that matches anything that you have just said or I have said?
But it's no blowing out of proportion right now. It's early still, right? They have to still win games, right? It's a long 4 games. A lot can happen in 4 games.
Bruh, the fact it's a lot that happens in 4 games, but Notre Dame seems to have a sweet spot, and everybody else is going to be like, "Oh, I don't know, they got to win this game, or they're not going to be in the playoffs."
Right,
Nobody has said that about any games on Notre Dame's schedule.
right, right. I
That
mean,
should say something.
that's true. That's true. Yeah,
This is ridiculous.
yeah, but yeah, but obviously my cousin is not happy about that.
No, I'm not
But
happy about that,
yeah,
bro. Like at all. This is ridiculous, man.
yeah, no, it is definitely something to keep an eye out for because again, the strength of schedule that's compared to a lot of other teams. Like I said, even this Utah team, right? A team that's undefeated. Well, they're 7-2 as well. But who do we have here? Like Virginia. Virginia's 8-1. Virginia's 8-1, leading the ACC right now. So you tell me they're not a better team than Notre Dame, right? I mean, I don't know, cuz I don't know, right? A Georgia Tech team that just took their first loss of the season, who could compete for the ACC championship. They're not a better team than Notre Dame, like. So I don't know, cuz I don't know, but all I'll be looking for them Bulldogs in there. Everybody else can be in there, baby. Because we get in there, this is our year. You know what I'm saying? This is our year. I'm looking forward to see what Texas A&M do for the rest of the year. I don't know if they're gonna have a undefeated season, right? They're going on the road against Missouri. This Missouri team is hungry, right? Missouri team is
Mm-hmm.
is, is really good as well. So that's gonna be a good game for them this weekend on the road at Missouri. They host South Carolina, they host Samford, and then they go on the road against Texas. Now that game right there is going to be the deciding factor for both of those teams. Either Texas A&M, because if they get one more loss before they get to Texas, that's going to be a doozy. Because Texas getting another loss because they come to see the Bulldogs, So they get another loss. They get another loss. You
I'm
know what I'm
still
saying?
not a believer in Texas. I don't know what it's going to take. I'm still not a believer.
I mean, and for them to jump from 20 to 11, I mean, uh, whatever. So
Bruh. You see, if they want to do something like that, fine. Okay. Vanderbilt was ranked high. They coming off some big wins this year. But what
right,
has Notre Dame done to be where they are? They just literally just edging along. Next thing you know, they're gonna be a top 5 team and haven't played anybody.
right. Mm.
Mm-mm.
So as we
Can't stand
move
these
on
people.
to baseball, wrapping up. So ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 World Series champions goes to the LA Dodgers, right? The Dodgers have been the first team since the early 2000s to win back-to-back World Series. They were predicted as the World Series champions for this season, before the season started off, and they got it done in a dramatic fashion, but they got
Very.
it done. So congratulations to the LA Dodgers for their 2025 World Series win, specifically Freddie Freeman.
Oh man.
I mean, so, what a game, man! What a game! It was come in, what a game, right? Dodgers, another, we talked about this, right? We want to see a dramatic game, game 7, extra innings, right? It happened. Blue Jays were up early, feeling comfortable. They got off to a good start, went up 3-0 in the third inning. The Dodgers just kept chopping away, right? We talked about Shohei Ohtani, right? There's going to be a
A legacy game.
legacy game, right? Good or bad, right? And the Dodgers saved him. That's why it's a team sport. You
Hey
love team
man.
sports because
Hey.
to
Whew.
get 3 runs early in the game 7 of the World Series, and I don't know how he did at bat, but he went 2 for 5, right? No runs, but he had 2 base hits on 5 appearances, so he made it up in the position, kind of sorta. But the Dodgers just kept chopping away, man. Like I said, the Blue Jays went up early, 3-0 in the third inning. Dodgers scored in the fourth. Blue Jays and the Dodgers both split runs in the sixth, and the Dodgers just kept chopping away. Got to the top of the eighth, run. Got to the top of the ninth, tied it up, right? So now
Man.
the pressure's on the Blue Jays. We get into extra innings, 11th inning. The Dodgers got it done and again, World Series champ. So it was amazing to follow this World Series, right? Uh, a lot of people picked the Dodgers, but the Blue Jays fought, right? The Blue Jays
They
had everything in
fought,
front of
dude.
them. I mean, they had everything in front of them, and it just wasn't enough. This Dodgers
Ah,
team is just, they just keep chopping and just keep chopping. So again, congratulations to the 2025 World Series champions, the LA Dodgers. Great job. All righty. As we move on to NBA,
Hey,
NBA this week. Go ahead, go. You got
before
some?
you move to NBA, how do you feel about the Braves' new manager?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Who I forgot bro name. I saw it
Walt
earlier
Weiss or
this week.
something?
I saw it earlier this week. Well, I gotta give him some time. I gotta see because baseball has so many different factors, right? We came in early this season, unhealthy, right? But still, there's no excuse. People are professionals, right? So I'm looking to see how he's going to motivate these guys, how he's going to get these guys put in the position to be the best they can be, right? We have so many stars on this team, right? We have stars at almost every position, right? We got pretty solid pitchers, right? We were hurt this year in the bullpen, which is understandable, but a healthy Atlanta Braves team is scary, right? And they need some new energy, right? Like I said, Snicker, he was old, man. Just going out, he did good, appearances, got a World Series, good for you. But we gotta, get back on that train, man. Get back on what makes the Atlanta Braves, that excitement, right? The fans buying in, a team buying in, right? So I think this new manager will be able to do that, right? Way younger than Brian, right? Not as young, but he's still, some type of he's able to connect with that mature audience and that younger audience. So I think he'll be pretty solid. But I gotta give him some time to see how he does. Right, I'm not expecting anything big from the first year, even though we can be that, is because of the talent we have. But I want to see how this team, um, how this team not reacts to him, how this team responds to him. Yeah, so pretty solid.
All right.
So NBA, right? NBA from this week. NBA been going crazy, man. We got NBA Cup kicking off later on tonight for a few teams. Or for this weekend coming up tomorrow, got another group play. But NBA results from this week is as follows: Monday games, we had the Timberwolves defeat the Nets 125-109. The Bucks defeated the Pacers 117-115. The Jazz defeated the Celtics 105-103. The Knicks defeated the Wizards 119 to 102. I may help you, Zuri. No, you just ate dinner. You fine. The Rockets defeated the Mavericks 110 and 102. The Pistons defeated the Grizzlies 114 and 106. The Nuggets defeated the Kings 130 to 124. The Lakers defeated the Trailblazers 123 to 115, and the Heat defeated the Clippers in a close one, 120 to 119. From Tuesday's matchups, we had the Hawks continue to find ways to win without Trae Young being in the lineup. Zachary Richardson, he led all scorers on Tuesday against the Magic, 127 to 112. The results is as follows. Another game, right? We're rebounding poorly. Kristaps Porzingis had 2 rebounds, 15 points, 26 minutes. Like,
What's
you know,
Asa doing?
you can't. He had 1 minute, cuz he had one.
Bruh,
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not his doing. You know what I mean? It's
bro,
So.
like, but if we're not rebounding and he just want to jump around, let him out there for 20 minutes. Let's see what he could do.
Right. Because the rebounding is just been it's been ridiculous this year. It's not. It's not.
And you got him to kind of be like a solution for that too.
It's
Like,
not.
come on.
It's not where we need to be at all. Right. He is a stretch forward. Power forward, center style player. So he should be able to crash the boards. But Rich say he's coming along off his ankle injury. Just trying to find ways to be involved and really showing that he could kind of be that face of the Hawks. For what they picked him for, that number 1 pick maybe. I mean, I don't know, but
Yeah, we got a long way from that, bro. We just need him to be 3-and-D and fast break scoring right now. Just get
but
consistent with it. That's it.
Well, what I will say is who I really need us to step up, and we talked about this before the season started, right? Dyson Daniel has to be more productive and consistent on the offensive side of the ball. He did have 18 points, right? But you have to find a way to have that consistently every night. I need 15 to 12, 15 to 16 points average a night, each night. If we do that, we find a way for him to do that, we win games, right? Jalen Johnson, he do his thing, right? So he had 17 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. He tried to be involved a lot, around a lot of places in the game. Alexander Walker had 20 points, right? Luke Kennard, we need you to be more productive off the bench. We need who else? We need to be Yucca Congo. He be doing anything off the bench. We need Gay, he need to be more productive off the bench. 18 minutes, 5 points, 3 rebounds, unacceptable, right? We got to win, but we need more. We're not going to continue to beat teams with just being mediocre. We have to be better. So that's my take.
Mm-hmm.
Raptors defeated the Bucks 128 to 100. Bulls defeated the 76ers 113 to 111. The Pelicans defeated the Hornets 116 to 112. The Warriors defeated the Suns 118 to 107. And the Thunder continue to roll along, still undefeated. They defeated the Clippers 126 to 107. How many games did they win this year, cuz?
Well, Thunder,
Yeah,
I'll give them about 60, 66,
66.
67.
That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Cavaliers, Wednesday's games. Cavaliers defeated the 76ers 132 to 121. Behind a Donovan Mitchell 46 point performance, excuse me. We had the Pistons defeat the Jazz 114 to 103. The Nets defeated the Pacers 112 to 103. The Celtics defeated the Wizards 136 to 107. The Knicks defeated the Timberwolves with Anthony Edwards. He returned to the court last night. Um, 114 and 137. The Timberwolves fell to the Knicks. The Rockets defeated the Grizzlies 124 to 109. The drama in Memphis is going crazy right now. John Morant probably going to be on a different team before the end of the season.
Did you hear the recent news?
What happened?
I just found out today that he's linked to the Rockets.
Okay. Who the
Hey,
Rockets gonna give up though? Are they gonna give up picks? Or
that's the thing,
you know,
but you
shit? They go
know,
Fred VanVleet. He injured. So I mean, what are you gonna do? And the Grizzlies are in a position to. They probably just be looking for picks. You just see what they got for Desmond Bain. So what do you think?
yeah,
What do you think they're get for John Morant? He like
they gonna probably get 2 to 3 players as starting 5 material.
they gonna say
Cause you're
no.
gonna have to offload.
They probably try to ship him out for real, because they might just try to get rid of him for real, just because what he brings to the team. We know what he's able to do, but any team's gonna be like, well, okay, we know what he's able to do on the court as well, and maybe a different. He had Memphis for Christ's sake. Shoot, Memphis is the trenches, the whole city of Memphis. No matter where you're going, Memphis is on a different level of influence in the wrong direction. And no disrespect to Memphis, the great city, but people from Memphis know what's going on down there. You know what I mean? So he got to get away from that type of stuff. He just needs something fresh. He needs something fresh. So Houston ain't no better, but he ain't as compact and wild as Memphis is. So he
He
needs
got KD, he got KD with him,
right.
so maybe KD can kind of keep him grounded.
Right, maybe. But he a grown man. People got to make their own choices. But we shall
Yeah, we
see.
know.
and how that goes. Pelicans defeated the Mavericks, right? The Mavericks are off to a 2-6 start along with the Pelicans, but they got to win. Derek Queen had his best game by far. Off the bench, he had a game of 11 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals in 26 minutes. So I'm glad the pick that Atlanta Hawks gave away. He's doing good. Um, we had the Nuggets defeat the Heat 122-112. The Lakers, right? Luka Doncic, man, and these Lakers, Bron ain't even on the court yet, and the Lakers are looking scary, man. Worst game of the year for Victor Wembanyama, right? He only had 19 points, 8 rebounds, close to a double double, but it wasn't enough. Luka Doncic doing Luka Doncic things, double
Mm-hmm.
double. He had almost a triple double. He had 35 points, 13 assists, 9 rebounds. DeAndre Ayton, double double, right? They need double doubles out of him to win, to be productive. He had 22 points, 10 rebounds, right? Austin Reeves, he did not play. Marcus Smart, he had 17 points. Uh, Archie Murray had 15 points. I don't know if Austin Reeves was red, so he got hurt or whatever, but he did not play. Trailblazers actually gave the Thunder their first loss of the season, 121-119. The Thunder fell to the Trailblazers last night in Portland. So the Thunder got that first loss of the season, and the Kings defeated the Warriors 121-116 with a record-breaking performance by who else? Russell Westbrook, right? Triple double.
Yeah.
He posted his NBA's record 204th career triple double. So I mean, Russell Westbrook, just a guy. When you have a guy like that on your team, who's willing and able to be able to do those type of things,
Huh?
you're gonna win games. So
You heard what he said, right?
mm-mm.
He said, "I'm the best rebounding guard of all time."
I mean, you gotta show me
Can't
somebody.
argue with it.
Show me somebody else who got better, who got 204 triple doubles as a point guard.
Hey,
You
they
know?
can learn something from Russ.
Oh
He's
yeah,
an incredible player, but
experience.
stat stuffing can definitely still make history.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's experienced as well. So I thought it was a great signing for the Kings, which we mentioned here as well. So, for tonight's matchups tonight at 9 p.m. on NBA TV, we got the Suns hosting the Clippers. That should be a pretty solid matchup. And then Friday's games, we have the second game of the group play. We have the Hawks hosting the Raptors, which we need to get back on those guys from the first game of the season. We should be able to beat them. Magic
Mhm.
are hosting the Celtics. The Cavaliers going up against the Wizards. The Nets hosting the Pistons. The Rockets going up against the Spurs tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. on Prime Video. That should be a good matchup. The Heat will be hosting the Hornets. The Grizzlies will be hosting the Mavericks. The Bulls going up against the Bucks. That should be a good matchup in the East as well. The Timberwolves will be hosting the Jazz. Ace Bailey and Anthony Edwards matchup should be pretty solid. We have the Nuggets hosting the Warriors tomorrow night at 10 p.m. on Prime Video, and we have the Kings hosting the Thunder. So NBA is it's getting off to a good start, right? A lot of different things going. A lot of people names are hitting the headlines. The drama is there. The production is there, right? Bron ain't even got back on the court yet for the Lakers. They're doing good. So it's a lot of teams that are. We talk about this Bulls teams, right? They're leading the East right now. They're being competitive. That's a team to be looking out for, right? A lot of these teams are competing at high levels, and that's what you want to see, right? I really think the competitiveness in the NBA has been at an all-time high just to start off the season so far, right? Just teams that you probably didn't think were gonna be good teams. They came out be good teams, right? Guys are just looking to bring that spark back to the NBA. We shall see how much it continues to pay off as the season goes on. So we're looking forward to it.
Hey,
And
yo, we need to root for the Pelicans, dog. We
oh,
gotta root for the Pelicans, man. Like, keep going in the direction that you're going. We're gonna mess around and have a top 5 pick next year.
we need I'm gonna be on the lookout for
Yeah,
them.
let's go Pelicans, buddy.
Close.
Woo!
Y'all got a good win last week. Let's get another one tomorrow this weekend and keep going for you. We
Oh
need.
no, we just need them to lose, dog. I need y'all draft pick.
Oh, we
Cause
need
you
to
remember that?
lose.
Yeah,
Okay.
cause you gotta remember now. We got the trade. The trade. So we get the pick. Whoever had the worst season out of
Okay.
the Pelicans and the Bucks, and the Bucks got Antetokounmpo.
Right.
They
Right.
they going to the playoffs.
What it's gonna be the Pelicans anyway. Between we comparing those two teams, so that's fine. But yeah,
Yeah, we
we
gonna
got to
root for
be at the
them.
bottom Pelicans. No disrespect, no hating. We just trying to be better. All right. So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah. Shout out to my cousin for that note. All
Let's
right.
go
As we
Pelicans.
as we get into NCAA basketball, so we announced last week basically the men's, and I looked over the ladies, so we apologize here for that. Don't get on us, but we gonna show some recognition going forward. We ain't gonna forget about y'all no more. So NCAA Top 25 again kicked off this past Tuesday for men and women's basketball. The scores from Tuesday went as follows. We had number 1 Purdue handle business against Evansville 82-51. Number 9 Kentucky defeated Nichols 77-51. Number 10, Texas Tech defeated Lindenwood 98-60. And we had number 6, Duke defeat Texas 75-60.
Hey, cousin, you had games on Monday, bro.
Oh, we did have games on Monday. I'm sorry, cuz.
Yeah, I'm sitting over here like, oh yeah, St. John
I'm
beat
I'm
down
I'm thinking about the
Quinnipiac
third.
or
Look, I'm
whatever.
thinking about the third on Tuesday. I don't know why I went back to Tuesday for, but see, that's why my cousin is here to help me out, man. Shout out to Papa Dance. Thank you. So yeah, number 5, St. John's dominated Quin Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac. I don't know how to
Yeah,
pronounce.
see, I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
A college that
They
I ain't
got
never heard
dominated.
of to today, but they got dominated 108-74 by St. John's. We had a top 25 ranked matchup to kick off the season between number 13 Arizona and number 3 Florida in Las Vegas for the Hall of Fame series. Number 13 Arizona had the upset of the season to kick off 93-87 over Florida. Number 4 UConn handled business against New Haven 79-55. Number 14 Arkansas dominated Southern University 109-77. Number 18, Tennessee defeated Mercer 76-61. Number 22, Michigan State defeated Colgate 80-69. Number 25, North Carolina defeated Central Arkansas 94-54. Number 2, Houston defeated Lehigh 75-57. Number 15, Alabama defeated North Dakota 91-62. Number 16, Iowa State defeated FDU 88-50. Number 19, Kansas defeated Green Bay 94-51. Number 20, Auburn defeated Bethune 95-90 in overtime. So Bethune put up a good fight against a good SEC opponent. So that's something to look out for Bethune in their comfort. They'll probably be coming out on top in their division. Number 24, Wisconsin defeated Campbell 96-64. Number 7, Michigan dominated Oakland 121-78. Number 17, Illinois dominated Jackson State 113-55. Number 11, Louisville absolutely demolished South Carolina State 104-45.
Jesus.
Number 21, Gonzaga defeated Texas Southern 98-43. Number 8, BYU defeated Villanova in the second game of the Hall of Fame series, 71-66. And number 12, UCLA defeated East Washington 80-74. From Wednesday's matchups in the top 25, we had number 23, Creighton defeat South Dakota 92-76. For tonight's matchups, we got one game currently going on right now in the ACC Extra. We got number 11 Louisville with the lead over Jackson State 43-27 with 3 minutes left in the first half. We got number 3 Florida hosting North Florida tonight at 8 p.m. Number 16 Iowa State hosting Grambling tonight at 8 p.m. And we have number 20 Auburn hosting Merrimack tonight at 8 p.m. as well. For Friday's matchups in the top 25 basketball men's, we had number 1 Purdue hosting Oakland at 7 p.m. on Peacock. Number 9 Kentucky hosting Valparaiso at 7 p.m. We got a top 25 ranked matchup tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on ESPN. We got number 25 North Carolina hosting number 19 Kansas. Number 4 UConn hosting UMass Lowell at 7:30 p.m. on Peacock. We have number 10 Texas Tech hosting Sam Houston. Number 17, Illinois hosting FGCU. Number 24, Wisconsin hosting North Illinois. Number 13, Arizona hosting Utah Tech tomorrow night at 9 p.m. on TNT. And we have number 12, UCLA hosting Pepperdine at 10:30 p.m. tomorrow night. So be on the lookout as the NCAA basketball continues to go on. Moving on to NCAA women's basketball from Monday night as well in the top 25. We had number 11 North Carolina defeat NC Central 90-42. We had number 16 Baylor with the upset of the year to begin the We Play tournament in France. They defeated number 7 Duke 58-52. Number 12 Ole Miss defeated Norfolk State, 87-46. Number 14 Iowa defeated St. Thomas 85-36. Number 19 Vanderbilt with the second matchup in the We Play tournament in France defeated California 74-65. Number 6, Oklahoma defeated Belmont 84-67. Number 24, Kentucky defeated Morehead State 75-59. Number 2, South Carolina defeated Grand Canyon 94-54. Number 10, Maryland defeated Loyola Maryland 80-26. 26 points in college is crazy.
Yeah.
Number 21, Iowa defeated Southern 86-51. Number 22, Oklahoma State dominated New Orleans 109-48. Number 4, Texas handled business against Incarnate Word 123-51, dominated. And number 3, UCLA defeated San Diego State 77-53. From Tuesday's matchups, In the NCAA Women's Top 25, we had a top 10 matchup between number 9 NC State and number 8 Tennessee. Number 9 NC State defeated number 8 Tennessee 80-77 with the upset. We had number 1 Kentucky, number 1 UConn defeat number 20 Louisville 79-66. Number 24 Richmond defeated Mount St. Mary's 83-49. Number 23 Michigan State dominated Mercyhurst 125-39. Number 13 Michigan defeated Consensus 100-40. These are colleges I ain't never heard of. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 5 LSU defeated Houston Christian 108-55, and number 18 USC defeated New Mexico State 87-48. From last night's matchups in the NCAA Women's Top 25, number 15 Notre Dame defeated FDU 98-52. Number 14 Iowa State defeated Southern 85-58, and number 22 Oklahoma State defeated East Texas A&M 97-59. For today's matchup, we have a few games going on right now. Doing a recording of this podcast. Number 10 Maryland has a commanding lead in the fourth quarter over UMBC 79-52. Number 24 Kentucky is defeating Monmouth at the end of the third quarter 78-32. They're cruising into a victory.
Jesus.
Number 11 North Carolina is up by 9 points going into the halftime over Elon 29-20. Number 22 Oklahoma State is shutting out Langston 26-0 and with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Number 3 UCLA defeated Santa Barbara 87-50. Number 17 TCU defeated NCAA 82-43. And tonight we have number 5 LSU hosting Southeastern Louisiana at 8 p.m. on the ACC network. For tomorrow's matchups in the NCAA Women's Top 25, we have a Top 25 ranked matchup between number 4 Texas and number 24 Richmond. Richmond, right? You got 8 p.m. on the SEC network. Plus, number 8 Tennessee will be hosting ETSU tomorrow. Excuse me, at 6 p.m. Number 2 South Carolina will be hosting Bowling Green, and number 12 Ole Miss will be on the road against Alabama A&M tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So, whew, I know there's a lot to cover, but we here.
Right, you drink you some water, dog.
Right, I done drunk it all, cuz, but
Goddamn.
no, we appreciate it. Again, we're gonna have representation for men and women sports here as much as possible on the Grateful Gab podcast. So we really did just forget about mentioning the top 25 ranked teams for college women's basketball, but we're here.
Hey, it's cool. Saturday, we're going to go ahead and drop the rosters for Unrivaled because they done
Right.
dropped them.
Okay, I'm excited for that. Yeah,
Yes,
Unrivaled League
sir.
right back around the corner, so that's good. We're gonna be looking forward to that. Their second year, right? Coming into Unrivaled League. So the Roses right won the championship, right?
I believe so, but we're going to
Yeah,
we going to get into all that, dog. You know,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
going to get into all that.
Whew, so that was a lot, but thank y'all for tuning in and being patient. All right, as we wrap up the sports show today, ladies and gentlemen, the National Hockey League is our last topic of discussion for tonight. Uh, Want to just really giving big news on the National Hockey League. I know Alex Ovechkin, he has scored his 900 goal, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he became the first member ever to score 900 goals in the National Hockey League. So he's in a league of his own. No more chasing nobody, no more none of that. He's 900 goals. He's the only person ever in the National Hockey League to do that. Games that are going on right now in the National Hockey League. We can recap Wednesday's matchups. Last night we had the Maple Leafs defeat the Mammoth 5-3. We had the Capitals defeat the Blues 6-1. We had the Flames defeat the Blue Jackets 5-1. The Blackhawks defeated the Canucks 5-2, and the Sharks defeated the Kraken 6-1. For tonight's matchups, we have some games that are in progress at the moment. We have the end of the first quarter for 3 matchups. At the end of one quarter, the Devils and the Canadians are both tied apiece at 1. The Blues and the Sabres are at the end of that first quarter. The Blues have a 1-0 lead over the Sabres, and the Senators have a 1-0 lead over the Bruins going into the second quarter. Currently going on right now, we have the Hurricanes leading the Wild 3-2 on ESPN Plus. It says a blackout, so I don't know. Nobody has coverage to that game, which this is what they do here. But 3-2 lead over the Wild right now at the end of the first quarter with 2 minutes left. The Penguins are up against the Capital right now, 1-0. That game just started. They have 12 minutes left in the first quarter.
Okay.
But games later on tonight, we got the Predators hosting the Flyers. We got the Ducks going up against the Stars. We have the Golden Knights hosting the Lightning, and we have the Kings hosting the Panthers. So those are some matchups we can look forward to tonight, if you are big into the National Hockey League. For tomorrow's matchups, we have the Red Wings hosting the Rangers. This should be a pretty big matchup, right? Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on the National Hockey League Network. We got the Islanders hosting the Wild. We have the Flames hosting the Blackhawks tomorrow night, and we have the Winnipeg Jets headed to the Sharks. Well, I don't know where the Sharks would be at. Where the Sharks at? Let me see. San Jose, the San Jose Sharks. So they're gonna be headed to that California.
Yeah,
So yeah, California.
California.
They'll be heading to California to fly around and defeat and face the Jets. So that's what we have, man. Again, some things to look forward to on Saturday Sports Huddle. Again, Thursday night football will be kicking off here shortly. So we'll have results from Thursday night football. We will have a look ahead to a well noted top 12 college football teams or college football playoff potential teams right now for the initial uh, rating or release will be definitely noting their matchups for this weekend in NCAA Week 11. Again, NCAA men's and women's basketball is here. NBA is rolling. Just sports everywhere, man. We're looking forward to being able to bring more information, ringside coverage as we get into Saturdays events for wrestling, things of that nature. So be on the lookout as we continue to try to bring as much information due to sports here on the Sports Huddle. And of course, always, we're going to give gratitude and glory to Jehovah each and every day. So I'm grateful, Dave. That's my cousin Papa Dennis. Make sure y'all go check him out, man. Looking forward to what the NFL is bringing to us this weekend as well. Make sure y'all go check out my cousin Off Beats Perspective on Hub pages, and also check out, if you're not subscribed to Just Unconventional Podcast, make sure y'all go subscribe, like, share, comment, and do the same thing here on the Grateful Gab Podcast. Again, y'all
Yes,
be
sir.
blessed. Cousin, I love you. We love
Peace,
y'all.
man.
And until next time, peace.
Peace, peace.